Sori.
That's Booby.
And Culpy and Chip. Guns
N' Roses. Well, I'm happy because this is going to be the first live Guns N' Roses song. Which alliance was this?
Sin and Glory, I think.
Sin and Glory Alliance?
I believe so. Sin and Glory, yep.
Sin and Glory is led by Chris Culp.
Oh.
Shout out to the big homie. Culpy is the man. If you want to be part of a Patreon alliance, it starts at $1. $1 gets you into the gate, and then reach out to me. Let me know. We can hook you up with Chris Culp, or Damon Sage, or Drew Legary, or Zonia, or Silver Kyrie.
Once you sign up for Patreon, you can send me a message in there, and I check every few days. So I'll message you back and let you know how to get in contact with the alliances and stuff like that. So there's also posted on the page, if you scroll down through some of our announcements, it's there as well. So
yeah.
So you can join an alliance that way. Well, I just know you have a lot of messages coming in, so
it's true.
I think that if you just message me on Patreon, it would be
a messenger. Either way, we can get you hooked up with an alliance leader. So this is Guns N' Roses. Okay, so I'm very excited to see what they do live.
Yeah, because we've never seen that.
What was the last song we did from Guns N' Roses? Paradise City?
Look how big my belly's getting.
Paradise City was the last song we did.
Yes.
This what is this?
This one is Knock on Heaven's Door.
Okay. On Heaven's Door. Okay.
Ready?
Hold on, I don't have the lyrics yet, and I want to make sure I got the lyrics, because this is a live video, so we don't have the lyric video.
Okay.
Go.
Go.
Take this badge from me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. Hey, yeah. Put my guns in the ground. I can't shoot them anymore. That cold black cloud is coming down. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Knocking on heaven's door. Knocking on heaven's door. Hey, yeah. know what time it is now? It's time for you to get some aggressions out and help me sing this part. That's what time it is. I'll sing one, and you sing one. We'll do this a few times. We'll see if we can make this louder than the last time we were here. I think you can do that tonight, don't you? Besides, you don't want the rest of the country to think you're a bunch of wimps, son. I mean, they're gonna think we're the sloppiest band in the world, but I really don't give a f***. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. All right. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Good.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Come on, a little louder. See a lot of people standing in the back. We got one more left. Let's make them have to pull the faders back, all right? Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Let this one be loud. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. 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 Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
He doesn't have a problem with it.
Fight, honey, or you're out of the show. Keep fighting.
Because you were trying to get up on the stage?
Yeah.
Fighter, you're out of the show?
Keep fighting, honey. This is strange. This must be a cover because it says written by Bob Dylan.
Oh.
So they must have covered this.
Oh.
So.
I love what he does with his voice.
Yeah, he has such a distinct voice.
Yeah.
Like, you know those taste tests back in the 90s where they used to have Coke and Pepsi?
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't know which one it was, and then you drink it, and then you would know, it was, you know.
Yeah.
You could tell the difference between Coke and Pepsi. Of course, I could. I would crush that.
I would too, and I don't even drink it that much. I just don't like Coke at all.
Okay, so if you look at the new metal era and you said, okay, who is this person?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Chester, Corey, and Jonathan, I would be able to know. But the rest of them, I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
They were just... Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing with the 80s bands, because a lot of those guys could like hit notes like crazy. They could really, really sing.
Yeah.
But this guy, I would immediately, that's the big homie. I don't know his name. Slashes the guitar. Axl Rose. There it is.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the drummer was singing too? That's what you like when the other band members get involved.
Well, yeah, but it's a little lower now because he didn't write the lyrics. Bob Dylan wrote the lyrics. So
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
it just means you like Bob Dylan. Doesn't
Okay.
mean you like your bad man.
Fair enough.
But you know, like when I look at his mannerisms and stuff, he's
Yeah.
not that bad of a guy. Like
Why? They say he was a bad guy?
Well, my impression of him was that he was like this terrible human being because I saw a clip on Behind the Music where he
threw the water bottle?
at the kid and then he refused to come out and perform and
I don't care about
canceled the Metallica tour or something like that.
Well, I think he should have come out. But
It was like a 2 or 3 minute clip. And ever since I was like, oh, this guy, man, he's a blah, blah, blah. But he sounds like he's a good dude.
yeah.
You know, like, we're a grungy band, but who cares? And, hey, lady, fight, you know, whatever. I'll see you backstage. You know, like, I thought he was pretty chill. Like, he was pretty chill mannerisms.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that little dance that he does, you know, is kind of corny, but, you know, that's him. Like, he was feeling himself. You can't be mad at that.
this is why I don't dance around you because of stuff like that. Because I was
What?
like watching him and I was like, well, good for him, like to just be able to dance publicly and whatever and not feel embarrassed about it.
Yeah, what does that have to do with anything?
You were like, that's corny.
Well, yeah, it's a little corny, but I said he was feeling himself, and that's good. So, anyway, but yeah, I thought it was a good performance. The guy is playing guitar with a cigarette in his mouth.
He did? I didn't see that part.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was right at the very beginning. But that guitarist, this Slash guy, he's to me, he's like the epitome of cool. Like, I'm not gonna show you my face. I'm gonna have my hair out. You can't see me. I got the little cigarette out there.
Oh.
And then toward the end of he's playing right where the girl is. And the girl's trying to like grab onto him. He's like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, that guy, that's a cool dude, man. Like, that is very rock and roll. That is extremely rock and roll, that guy.
I like the way that it kind of mixes. So is this considered metal? I always forget.
I don't know. I don't know if Guns N' Roses is considered like a metal band.
Whatever it
Like
is, it's
hard
like
rock.
combining like hard rock combined with some
Jazz?
no country.
Really?
Like the way that he sings, it sounds kind of has like a little
Country twang to it?
twang in there. So, and I love that. I like the
In
combination.
this song or in general with this band?
I don't know. I know this song.
Because isn't Bob Dylan a country guy?
Oh, maybe.
Isn't he? I don't know.
I'm not really.
I mean,
You know how I am with stuff. Like I listened
Well,
to country
I don't
for
know much
quite a few
about-
years, but it
about
doesn't.
Bob Dylan.
I think that he is.
Is an American singer-songwriter, visual artist, major figure in pop culture for 6 decades. I don't know if he's country though. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I hear what you. Well, I mean, he's written a lot of country songs, that's for sure. Okay, what do you think the song was about?
I don't know. Like I thought he was just coming to the end of his. Like nothing was going good for him, and he was knocking on heaven's door, meaning he was about to die. So the stuff that he can't do these things anymore. Take this badge from me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door.
Put my guns in the ground. I can't shoot them.
Can't shoot them anymore.
Okay, so this is like a sheriff, right? He's got his badge, and then he's got his guns. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's got to be about like a sheriff, and he's come to the end of his life type of thing. Isn't that a thing in country music where there's like a sheriff and the Wild West and all that? Or am I being completely stereotypical right now?
I didn't hear songs like that. Jeez, babe. I'm thinking of the Western movies.
Well, yeah, every
Making
time
a
I
song
think
out of
about
a
country,
Western
I think
movie.
about the gallon hat and the rope and the horse and John Wayne, you know, with his racist self.
Well, you know what? You can't ask me because I make everything about a relationship. So all the songs that would stick out to me, yeah, you can put the cowboy with the gallon hat and the lasso, whatever, but he's going after a girl. Or they're breaking up and he's sad or she's
Yeah,
sad.
take this badge
So-
from me and put my guns in the ground. Gun and a badge. I mean, that's
What are the other ones? Go down more?
a cop or a sheriff. This is interesting. There's a spoken word thing that didn't happen in the live song. You just better start sniffing your own rank subjugation, Jack, because it's just you against your tattered libido.
Oh my gosh.
The bank and the mortician forever, man, and it wouldn't be luck if you could get out of life alive.
Oh my gosh.
Good Lord. So it's just you against your tattered libido, the bank, and the mortician. Okay. So I think this is about the effect of time on a person.
I thought it was just saying like it doesn't matter like what it doesn't matter what you have, it's all gonna disintegrate. So
Right, your
you've got
tattered
the tattered
libido.
libido, the bank, that's not gonna help you. And the mortician. Forever. Like it's nobody can stop it.
Yeah. Yeah. Your entire life you're fighting against the bank, and at the end of the day, you've got a date with the mortician. Mm-hmm. I mean, so that's it. Halas. And it wouldn't be luck if you could get out of life alive. I love lines like that. Get out of life alive. Obviously, if you're out of life, you're dead. But
Right.
I think what he's saying is, this
Why
sounds...
wouldn't it be luck if you could get out of life alive.
I think what he's saying is this sounds like it's terrible and whatever, but living forever would be a worse fate than dying eventually.
Oh my gosh, I would never want to live forever. Like,
What do you mean you never? You're a Christian.
no, on this earth, like this. Like,
Oh, in the way that it, yeah.
well, we've been watching that show with the kids once, and then he outlives everybody.
I should have said that.
We've already
Delete.
said it, and we've had it on our streams and everything. They see it in the background. People comment all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Just ignore the thingies. I don't want to see any spoilers. Yeah. So it's just basically about coming to the end of your life. I think. Which is interesting is, take this badge from me, I can't use it anymore. It's everybody has these markers of where they, locate their identity. So like for a cop, it's his badge, and for a basketball player, it's being a basketball player. A soldier, it's a soldier. Once a Marine, you're always a Marine. Everybody has these, external markers of identity, but most of them go away the older that you get. You can't. Yeah, I remember being legitimately worried about Kobe Bryant because he was such a fierce competitor. I thought to myself, this guy's gonna jump off a bridge when he's done with basketball, because like I think to myself, like, how else is he gonna be able to identify him? It was like those, the samurai, when the ways of the samurais, when it was obviously time to move on past that, a lot of them just killed themselves because they had no other way to mark their identity. But Kobe actually handled that the best I've ever seen it handled.
What did he do?
He just went into media. He shot a video. He actually ended up winning an Oscar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he shot this like 5-minute clip about his relationship with basketball and stuff, and he narrated it, and then he joined up with this other guy, and they did animation, and it was really well done. And he ended up winning an Oscar for it. So it's like he just went and found something else that he was able to reorient his identity immediately. And I think people who are successful in life are able to do that. They're able to say, all these external badges are temporary, all of them. And so like the core of who I am is the core of who I am before this stuff, and it will be after. That's the same like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant says, basketball doesn't fulfill me. He says, I don't need to win a championship to validate myself, which is of course blasphemous to every sports fan. Once a Kobe.
LeBron James is gonna have a hard time.
Right. Every sports fan wants that their player to take the thing as seriously as they do. And Durant was like, nah, it's not that serious. Like, I could be done with basketball tomorrow. It wouldn't affect who I am as a person. He got a lot of criticism from it, but that's because most of us don't understand this principle.
Yeah.
All the badges that you wear are going to be taken from you. They're all going to be taken from you. The older and older you get, you're going to lose all of those other identities. So you need to figure out while you're young, who and what you are now, aside from those, it's like dudes run into each other. The first thing they always ask each other is, what
do you do for a job?
What do you do?
Yeah.
Right? Some of it is just a conversation starter, but a lot of it has to do with the fact that the locus of a lot of our identities has to do with, what we do or whatever. So in this song, this guy's facing up to the fact that it's useless for him to wear the badge, and the gun stuff isn't working. I mean, it's over. It's over for him, and now he's knocking on heaven's door. Like he's about done.
So I wonder if he really is I wonder if he actually is at the end of his life, or he just feels like it's the end of his life because he can't do the things that he's always done.
It's true. Well, he's saying it's getting too dark to see, so maybe he's losing his vision.
Yeah. Well, that's probably what made it so he couldn't shoot the guns. He couldn't do
That cold black cloud is coming down.
Because, like both of my grandmothers, one who's passed away and one is still alive, both of them hit a phase where all the stuff that they did before had to get put away. They couldn't do it anymore.
Right.
And they weren't dead.
Right.
They lived,
Right.
My mother lived a lot of years after she couldn't do what she always was doing. And so, yeah, I don't look forward to that feeling of, not being able to accomplish something.
Yeah.
Everything has to be done for you. And
yeah. I used to be around these guys, and they talk about that. They're like, well, what are you want to die at 90 in bed and not being able to do anything, or would you rather die out on the field? Well, obviously, if you put it that way,
right.
You'd rather go out that way with your mates, you know, than the other way. But you know, and there's one particular guy that he done his duty to his country, obviously, like clearly had done his duty, like on times a million, and then he goes and he takes this job that pretty much guaranteed that he was not gonna make it, and he took it. And to this day, nobody knows where he is, but we're all pretty sure he's dead. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, he was 65, he had no business out there, but
he didn't want to.
I mean, you know, people that were really, really close to him, everybody pretty much knows why he did it. But nobody's going to tell his family that.
Right.
Like, what were we going to say? Like, yeah, never recovered his body. He's lost somewhere, and we're pretty sure he's dead. And he did that because he would rather die out there like that than in a bed surrounded by you folks.
I know that this is really sick, but that would actually make me feel better.
Really?
Yeah. Because then I wouldn't feel like, oh my gosh, like, where is he? I hope he's okay. What if he regrets? Well, like, just knowing that, you know what, that's true. Because sometimes that you can know something about somebody, but then when it gets verified by other people that he's been around, like, you know, in that environment, to know, yeah, he didn't want to.
Well, I think everybody assumes that he's dead. So I'm pretty sure his family assumes he's dead, which is assuming someone's dead and knowing definitively that they're dead is not the same thing.
No, because you can't really mourn their death. Because you always wonder, maybe they're not dead.
Yeah,
they're trapped somewhere.
I just thought, you know, he's legendary in the community and stuff. I just thought it was a real selfish thing to do.
Oh.
It's like...
Really?
Yeah, because it's like you know, that there's a lot of travel and there's a lot of time away from your family.
Yeah.
So your family's already sacrificed enough for you to go off and do your, you know, whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, you're doing it for your country and all that. But at the end of the day...
You're doing it for yourself, too.
Well... I've just been around guys who've been in situations and they would have done it regardless. Because there's no highlight. See what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like I always say, nobody ever does anything for one reason. So... Like, I'm sure there was everybody, you know, that does stuff like that loves their country, like, you know, for sure. But there's also the very, very thrilling job, and there's really nothing like it. But it's like, you know, your family is basically on hold and in a holding pattern while you fly off and go somewhere, and they have no clue where you're going, and they think you're going somewhere, and you're going somewhere else. And, you know, there's this whole life of whatever, and then... Now they finally get to settle in and have you for, you know, when he was 65 at the time, so good 15, 20 years of chill time, and then you go off and do something like that to him.
Yeah, that's not right.
Think that's like
I didn't think of that angle.
It's completely selfish. So being a person that sacrifices like that, staying at home sacrificing like that so your husband can go off and live his whatever, and then for us to come there and say, yeah, I mean, you know, he just did that because he'd rather die out there than around you guys. Yeah. That's terrible. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
None of us were. You know, so... I mean, what are you going to say? Because then they ask all these questions. It happens all the time. How did he die? What happened? Blah, blah, blah. Were you there? What did he say? And, you know, most of the time, it's if you tell, you know, they were thinking about you. Tell so-and-so I loved him. Blah, 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 blah. And, you know, it's... You put a nice little bow on it. What the hell can you say? I don't know.
Yeah.
He went off with a translator and a donkey.
Yeah.
65. We were all telling him not to. Yeah. You know, like what are you? You know, nah, I don't want any parts of that. Not at all. It's really terrible. Hella respect for the guy, but I just think that it was really terrible and selfish. Like your family did their time, man. Like let them enjoy you for the last. You know, 10 to 15 years. And that had a really, really big impact on me and impacted decisions that I made. So,
really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So, it's like... Because I couldn't imagine doing that to the kids, you know. So it's pretty crazy. But you know, but at the same time, it's a very hard thing to give up. But to me, my mindset was, I want to give up something when I can still do it, rather than have it taken from me. Because I think that was what's happening with the other guy. Like, it was taken from him because he didn't have the, you know, whatever. So I'm like, I would rather give something up when I'm doing it than have it taken from me. Because I don't think that I would operate well with something being taken from me. I would go and try to get it back. You see what I'm saying? Whereas if you lay it down voluntarily and give it up, then you did that. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, it had a major effect on me for sure.
That's really interesting.
So, and you know, I don't regret it. I'm glad I'm, you know, here and wake up, and kids, and you, and Ryan, and sit in my bed and jump on and do my work and check my emails at 2 or 3 in the morning, and I have a pretty simple life.
Boring.
Yeah, I get bored, but, and I know that you think if I could, I would, you know, whatever, but I really wouldn't. I really wouldn't. So, but yeah, I mean, it's boring, you know, not flying, you know, whatever. But at the same time, I hated going to the airport. You knew that. Mm-hmm. You used to take me to the airport. I hated it.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were just going to work on computers.
I was going to work on computers. That last trip I took, you're like, oh my gosh, you were so nervous. I'm like, that's not a good sign. Because you get really superstitious.
Oh, I do.
No, I'm talking about everybody does. So it's like, whoa, why are you saying that to me?
Yeah.
It's like that clip on Black Hawk Down where they're about to spin out and he goes, take care of yourselves out there. And then the guy's on the little bird, I think, and he's all nervous, and his buddy's like, hey, what's wrong with you? And he goes, well, Captain just said, you know, take care of yourself.
He never says stuff like that.
And he goes, yeah? And he goes, he never says that. He's like, shit. So, like, don't, you know, so like you taken me a bunch of times to the airport, you know, and then that last one, you were like, and I'm like, oh man, I had a really bad feeling about the trip and everything, so I was like, oh man.
But nothing happened?
I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So
I was right.
But it was just like, I was like, here we go. My last trip, here we go. I got out of my contract and everything, so I was pretty, you know, because I had crazy home situations going on, so I was like, I needed a land, you know, I needed a whatever type job or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh.
This is before him and I were together that he's talking about.
Yeah, they used to drive me to the airport when I had to go on trips and such, and yeah.
I never understood your mood on the way. Well, now.
What do you mean?
Makes a hell of a lot more sense.
What are you talking about?
Just the way that you were on the way. But anyway, what do you give this song?
It's a 9. Good solid 9.
Yep, that's what I was giving it too.
I probably would have given it a 10 if I'd have heard the whatever, and I felt like that crowd was whack. Like, they should have...
Well, he was trying to stir him up. You gotta let that happen naturally.
They were a trash crowd. They should have given the guy more love. But anyway, good song, good band. I'm really, like, feeling this band, man.
Me too. I have from the beginning. I always liked them.
I'm really feeling this band. Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.
Mama put my guns in the ground. I can't shoot them anymore.